Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine involving food. It seems to be a common theme for me. As you know, if you've watched some of my other videos, I recently got back from a trip to England, and while I was there, I took the opportunity to visit a sweets shop, and I was amazed at all the different varieties of stuff that were there. When I walked in, it's just this overwhelming smell of sweetness, all different types of sugars. That was probably the most immediate, predominant sense that was overwhelmed when I went in there. And so I found a ton of different stuff, and I could not get everything that I found. But I did get a bag. It's a pick and mix bag. And I filled it full of things that I found to be unusual for an American. And I thought I would show you what I got and then also taste test some of it. So it looks like we have here on the front, these look like the sort of candies you would get in an all sorts box, which is very, very British. And I think I've actually tasted some of those in another video. I'll link to it in the description. But I didn't get any all sorts candy. They're just here on the bag. But I did want to show you what I did get. So the first thing is something that I've been wanting to do a video on for a long time. And that is Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs that have a toy inside of them. So I got 2 of those. So those will be fun to open up and explore. And let's see what else I got. I got some toffee. This I actually opened up and ate some. I think I have a container in here that's not open. I got Barrett's Sherbet Fountain. Natural flavors and colors. It is sherbet with a licorice dip. So I think sherbet is a kind of powder. Sherbet for Americans is a type of ice cream. So I don't know if there's a similar origin for that. Then I have Sun-Kissed Shards. I thought that was an amazing name for a candy. I don't know if you could sell a candy named Shards in America. I guess you probably could. But it sounds very dangerous and like it would cut my tongue to shreds. Something that's named Shards. Normally you think of shards of glass. Here's my other toffee candy. And I think I have another type. Nope. This is Hannah's White Mice. I'm not sure, it's White Mice Bar. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't feel like it's squishy. This is a kind of marshmallow foam ice cream. You can see it's kind of broken here from the trip over. I think this is probably closest to what we would have as circus peanuts over here, which are kind of an orangey foam, kind of a dried out marshmallow. Then we have another toffee. This time it is a licorice toffee. That is interesting. And then I had to get this purely for the visuals of what was on the box and on the little package here. It is bubblegum camel balls, and in case you didn't understand what they meant by that, they actually have a graphic of a camel showing you his balls. So apparently it is extra sour and liquid filled. So I found that to be absolutely hilarious and more than just slightly inappropriate. I have a little tub of sherbet. This is sherbet apple tubs. It seems to be just a little container of powder. I guess you like sprinkle it onto your tongue or something. I have a neat little bubblegum ball that is not only watermelon flavored, but also looks like a watermelon. I thought that was very well done. It says it's fizzy bubblegum. And then this is more bubblegum that is cola flavored. Very small writing here. It's apparently gluten-free, so that's important. What else do we have here? Our last thing is another bubblegum. This is called the Destroyer, liquid lava filled. So I would have gotten more, but we had a weight that our luggage had to meet, and we were very close to that weight on the trip into England, and so I wanted to make sure that I did not exceed that on my trip out of England. So I probably could have purchased 3 times as much from what I saw in there, but I figured that this would be enough to make a good video out of and to explore some types of candy I haven't had before. They also had like sprays that were like liquid sugar candy flavored that you just sprayed directly into your tongue. But I think that was going a little bit too far. I think the next step is just directly injecting it into your veins. But let's try some of these candies. I'll try this one first since it doesn't need to be unwrapped or anything. It smells like vanilla. So it's kind of like a marshmallow, but a little bit more substantial. It's kind of a mix between marshmallow and cotton candy. The marshmallow stays chewy longer. This kind of just dissolves on your tongue pretty quickly. And it just leaves behind a flavor. I'd definitely say it's kind of a ice creamy flavor. Vanilla. So pretty much just kind of, yeah, it's just straight vanilla. I think this is pink, but I'm not getting any strawberry flavor. But it is a nice strong flavor, not just pure sugar. Okay, let's see. I'm very curious as to what this is, so let's try the white mice bar. I assume it's going to look like a mouse, but I could be wrong. What do we have here? Oh, okay. It is a mouse, and it says mice on the bottom, even though there's only one mouse picture. And it looks like it's white chocolate. Let's see. Yeah. Basically like a white chocolate. Or just a pure sugar taste, though. I don't know if I'd... Maybe like a really cheap white chocolate. Yeah. It mostly tastes just of sugar. But again, it dissolves pretty quickly in your mouth. Okay. Well, let's try the shards. That's the next thing I'm very curious about. See if there's a way to open these. It looks like this part is tucked into that like a flap, but I think it just needs to be ripped open. There we go. And they're in a little plastic bag. Okay. Is this gum? Yes, it is orange flavored bubblegum pieces. So this looks familiar to me under a different metaphor. And that is gold, pieces of gold. You can buy them in a little canvas bag. Usually has like a miner's theme to it. And you open it up, and inside are very similar pieces to this. But they're supposed to be chunks of gold. So let's see what they taste like. Now, very strong orange flavor. The bubblegum itself, once you start chewing it, is very soft. Not very resistant to the teeth at all. Yeah. It's a nice bright orange flavor. Put that back in there. That kind of seals back up. Okay. So I have a glass of water here. I'm going to cleanse my palate. Okay. So now let's try this sherbet. It says twist to open. Not quite sure which. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just want to break that seal. It's just a pop top. And then you have this stick of licorice in a powder that looks like it's stuck to... I don't want to make a big mess. Okay. As you can see, it looks like it's encasing the licorice. Let me eat the little shards here. Sticking with the theme. It's a very interesting flavor. See if I can bust it up inside of the tube here. There we go. Okay. So I assume you're just supposed to use the stick of licorice as a dipping stick. Then lick the powder off of it. The powder itself is not all that sweet. It almost has like a baking powder consistency. It's not pure sugar. Though it goes pretty well with the licorice. This is surprisingly refined as far as just not pure grains of sugar. It has a fairly complex interplay between the two flavors. Yeah. Nice piece of licorice. Good flavor. So, this is a little different than what I was expecting. Kind of like that. Powder has a bit of a citrus flavor. More of just in the biting acidity of it. It's not specifically like lemon or orange or anything. It's more probably just citric acid. Yeah. I like that. Okay. So now, let's try this other sherbet. It's supposed to be apple flavored, and it's definitely a coarser grain of a powder. It's a very strong green apple flavor, or smell. Just put some here on my end of my finger. Yeah. This is much more what I was expecting this to be. Pretty much just flavored sugar. It's almost like those Pop Rocks as far as consistency. Let me put a good amount in my mouth here. 1 second. It's not necessarily better in larger quantities. This is probably my least favorite so far. Okay, well, let's try some of these bubble gums, and we'll move through them into some of the other stuff. So the Destroyer, I'm going to save for last, since it sounds like it's a pretty powerful flavor, as well as that one. We'll start with the soda, and we'll move to the watermelon, and then we'll go from there. So it looks like a little soda bottle. Some little spiral design here. It looks like it has a top that's been placed on it, so imagine this probably has some sort of liquid inside of it. No? Well, maybe. Yeah, there we go. I think it's all down here in the base. Tastes very chemically. It's not really even a good soda flavor. It's a little tart, sour, but not very much, which is another weird flavor to have of cola. Yeah, I'm not fond of that. It's like a cross between cola and root beer, but like really, really cheap off-brand cola and root beer. I think after having Japanese candy that is cola flavored, it does a much better job at it. It's pretty bad. Okay. We can't all be winners, right? Let's see about the watermelon. Okay. This is supposed to be fizzy. Let's see. It's not a bad watermelon flavor. I'm usually not a big fan of watermelon flavored things like this, but this isn't too bad. I don't know if I would describe it as fizzy. Yeah. I think it's just basically watermelon flavored gum. So those are known quantities of flavor. These are unknown quantities of flavor. I do not know what I should be comparing this to flavor-wise. So this looks like a potato, honestly. Let's see. It says it's extra sour. The coating is definitely tangy. It's slightly tangy, slightly sour. Kind of a general fruit flavor. Certainly not on the par with like Warheads or something like that, as far as like super, super sour stuff. Okay. So we are powering our way through the bubblegum. Okay, which leaves us with the Destroyer liquid lava filled. So I don't know if this is going to be spicy or sour or what. It looks like it's kind of exploded. That's kind of gross. Yeah, I'm not going to eat that. That looks like it's really old. So, okay. I guess we'll never know. Sorry about that. Hopefully you weren't on pins and needles waiting to eat that, or taste that, or hear about it. Okay. So these are toffee, and they're kind of a soft. It says to whack and then unwrap and enjoy. So when I had this one, I smacked it on the side of a wall and it broke into a bunch of pieces. So since this one's already open, so you can see the pieces it broke into. See if I can get one of these smaller ones. Nope. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'll try this piece. There's a really good toffee flavor. Try not to let it get stuck in my teeth. But it dissolves and gets soft in your mouth pretty quickly, which is nice. But you're not going to talk for a while if you're chewing it. Okay. So I really like the flavor of these. So the flavor of this is really good. That's why I got 2 of them. And I like toffee flavored. I did see candy that was banoffee flavored, but I didn't get a chance to buy it. It was more of a like handmade. It wasn't prepackaged, so I couldn't have taken it with me. And I did look for banoffee pie in the different places that we ate, and I didn't see it listed. I did talk to one of our hosts about it, and she had always assumed that it was a pie that came from America. So I thought that was interesting. So now let's try this licorice toffee and see what it tastes like. So I just shattered it. And let's break it open here. Or not. Okay, there we go. So you can see when you hit it on something, it's kind of a Newtonian solid type of thing. If you pull it slowly, it kind of stretches, but if you hit it hard, it will break. So let's see what this is like. It's a nice licorice flavor. Doesn't seem to be melting in my mouth quite as quickly as this toffee did. But yeah, I like that. It's more of a sweet licorice flavor. It's not the kind of tart licorice like you can get with this. It's kind of smoothed out the flavor a little bit. Yeah. Okay. We'll be here for a half hour if I have to try to eat that whole piece. Okay. So that leaves one last piece for us to work with, and that is our Kinder Surprise eggs. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and we'll do this next. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's see what's inside of here. It looks like these are superhero themed. We have the Green Lantern and Superman. So kind of DC comic. I saw some types of these that they had. They're more of a off-brand chocolate egg with toy inside. And the foil was not nearly as cleanly wrapped around. It was actually kind of hard to tell what some of the writing was. But they were not Kinder brand. They were another type. It smells like good chocolate. Okay. So we have the toy inside. I think we can just, I wonder if we can just pop these two halves apart. There we go. There's a cylinder. It's pretty big. Oh, so it has like a white chocolate on the inside and then a milk chocolate on the outside. Always a very good combination. That's good stuff. Okay. Let's see here. It looks like it bends here. Boom. There we go. What did we get? We have it looks like a robin, but there's a, is it robin with a man bun? Let's see. Justice League. Yeah, I believe it's Robin. Here's all the different Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash. I guess that's Green Lantern. Doesn't look very green now. Not sure if that's supposed to be the Joker. And I don't know who that is. So I think this is just safety information. Yeah. Don't eat the toy. So the head spins around. Yeah. So it looks like Robin with a man bun. It's cute. A little like keychain, or maybe it's an ornament hanging on the Christmas tree. Okay. One more to go. Kind of pry it off all around the edges. Seems to be a good way to do it. Let's see what this one is. Very similar. It's always remind me of like seed pods or something hidden inside the egg. We have Green Lantern. And the head spins around. Okay. Well, obviously this is a feature. Not quite sure what this is for. I thought it was just a hairstyle. But let's see, he has a tumor growing out of the back of his head. I think they all have that. But I don't see anything that mentions that as any sort of... It's not a button, it doesn't move. And it looks like it's a piece of plastic similar to the ears. I have no idea. If you know what this is all about, put it in the comments. It's a nice clicky sound. So, there are our 2 Kinder Egg surprises. And some nice little capsules as well. Well, I now have some delicious candy to enjoy. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe to my channel. I have many more videos to make for you all. And also, look down in the description. I have a link to my Patreon page. You can support me on there. I have some other videos that I make just for my patrons, including gameplay videos and some very specific videos that are ASMR that's only for them. So, if you'd like to check that out, I would appreciate it. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.